Hello, welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you guys can see, but my cat is sleeping right there, so if she wakes up and starts doing something crazy, I apologize. Today I wanted to talk about something very special that is happening, and that is me leaving China. I wanted to make this video and explain why I'm leaving China after living here for 3 whole years. It has been a crazy and very interesting experience living in China. Now is the time to move on and get out and basically open up the next chapter in my life. So I just wanted to touch on a few things about like what I think about China as far as business goes, if you're an e-commerce seller, and why I'm choosing to leave. So some of the first things I want to go over are why China is good and why it is good for an e-commerce seller, why you might choose to come here and live for some period of time. And I'd say the biggest benefit is just learning how the Chinese do business and how their culture works, how they interact with each other, communication styles, etc. It's one thing to go onto Alibaba, type in some product, find a supplier, speak to them over email or WeChat or WhatsApp, but it is an entirely different experience to come here, go to a factory, meet the factory boss, and understand the importance of relationships when doing business with Chinese. Also, without being explicitly rude or making sweeping generalizations, it is often understood that Chinese, not all, but some Chinese factories will do things to cut corners and save costs. And like, this isn't always them having malicious intent, but rather it's just like a cultural thing. And just for an example, so you can understand what I'm talking about, is like, I've often heard the story of people in the West being like, I need to bring the cost down for this product. We need to, our target price is $4 or something, and the supplier is quoting them maybe $4.50, and then they'll complete the production and they'll do QC, and they'll find out that like there's a piece missing or something that is wrong with the product, and the buyer, the person in the US or abroad, would be like, what the hell is this? Why is this all messed up? And the supplier will be like, well, you said you wanted to hit $4 per unit, so we had to take this piece out, or we had to change this up, or we had to use cheaper material. So they will sacrifice quality to meet your price demands, and that is not exactly them being malicious or having, wanting them to screw up your order. A lot of them are honest, hardworking people who want to do business, but that is like the cultural difference in a communication style that I'm talking about, that if you come here and understand that, that could be beneficial. The next thing that I think is cool about living here is just like the speed at which things get done. There's a lot less bureaucracy, and because of that, buildings are built incredibly fast. People are opening up and starting businesses very quickly here, and that is kind of a cool thing to be around and to watch unfold. I've seen certain stores around my neighborhood, one day it will be like a tea shop, like they sell tea there, and I'm walking by and they're like ripping everything out, they're doing construction, and then literally 24 hours later, it will be a bakery, like a completely built out, stocked, ready to buy a bakery. And in the US, this stuff would take, months, or in some instances, years, because of all the red tape. You have to get approvals and permits. And here in China, it's just like none of that shit. They're like, we're gonna build this, the owner pays the money, and they freaking build it. It's truly mind-boggling to see that. The downside of that is like, because of the lack of permits and inspections and stuff is just like, it is not as clean or properly structured. There's like more material defects that are obvious compared to like something that is built in the West or in the United States, for example. This is just from my own experience. This is what I have seen. So I mean, just to shift gears, and like the main purpose of this video is to explain why I'm leaving. I lived in Guangzhou the entire time that I've been in China. I've had the opportunity to travel a little bit, but honestly I should have traveled more since I've been here, but because I've been so busy trying to build things and save money, I have not traveled as much as I would have liked to. I don't really recommend Guangzhou as a very livable place. There's, in my opinion, not a lot of fun activities to do. Some people will disagree with me on this, and this is totally a personal opinion and personal preference. I don't really enjoy the way that the city is structured. You have a downtown area that is very compact, and you have typical office buildings and malls and things of that nature, but there's definitely a lack of character and charm. One of the best ways that I can describe what I don't like about Guangzhou is by comparing it to a city that I do like, which is Shanghai. And one thing that's really cool about Shanghai is just the accessibility to get around the city. The different pockets and the different neighborhoods that each have their own charm, their own appeal. There's a lot of different businesses, restaurants, and bars that are spread throughout the city. In comparison, Guangzhou is most of what's happening is going on only around the downtown part of the city, and even then it's so new, like it was built so quickly. It's just a lot of office buildings, malls, and hardly any real charm, local businesses or things of that nature. Lots of chains. So me personally, I really don't like that about it. And it's not so easy to get around. If you want to get anywhere, you're gonna need to take a subway, bus, or a car. Sure, you can bike around like within certain parts of downtown area, but it's just compared to a city like Shanghai, it's not the same. Another reason why I'm choosing to leave is simply because I crave that novelty of going somewhere new and doing something different. I understand that as you become acquainted with the place, it kind of loses its appeal, but I am a firm believer that you are most productive in a place that you enjoy living in. And for me, Guangzhou is not that city. In the book Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco, he talks about how he travels 45 minutes to go to a specific gym. I know it sounds kind of stupid, and he's explaining that it doesn't make sense that he goes 30-45 minutes out of his way to go to a specific gym, but the reason why he does that is because of the environment. The gym that's closest to his house is full of elderly people, mostly elderly people, and he knows that if he goes to work out there, he just doesn't get the same workout, and the environment is very important to him. When he goes to this other gym, there are young people who are in shape, who are fit, who are busting their ass, and that drives him to work harder, do better, and he likens that to a city, which I fully agree with. When you live in a place surrounded by other entrepreneurs or other people who are doing things, getting stuff done, and sharing ideas, you have different events going on. This all contributes to how well you perform as a person. So this is kind of what I'm looking for, and I don't have this in Guangzhou. Last but not least, it's no surprise that the Chinese government censors a lot of information, and that includes the internet. So like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, social media, those things are all censored, so you have to use a VPN. And when I'm using these types of websites on a daily basis and for some reason my VPN doesn't work or the internet is slow, yeah, maybe that's a little annoying once, but if you're dealing with this every single day, it just adds up and it builds until you realize how much time you've wasted just waiting for something like your VPN to start working. And this lost productivity and the increase in stress and frustration to me is no longer worth living in China. So to take away and to kind of wrap up this video, bring it full circle, I am very grateful of my experience to be able to live here and to be able to visit factories, learn about e-commerce, learn about exporting, learn about logistics, kind of that entire process from like the beginning to the end, how it all works, how it all fits together. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to do this and everything that I've been able to learn from living here. I'm really excited about the next chapter and what's going to happen. The first stop is going to be Thailand, and from there I'll be back in the US for a little bit. Right now I don't have anywhere that I'm going to call a permanent home. All I know is that time in Guangzhou is up, and that's it. So we will see what happens. I'm still definitely going to be making more videos. I don't know how frequently. I'm still going to be trying to upload as frequently as possible, but being on the road and trying to figure out things while also making videos can be a challenge. I hope that the people who are watching my videos are still watching. I hope you're getting some value out of this stuff. I hope you enjoy following this journey, trying to be as authentic and real as possible, so that people who were in my shoes 3-4 years ago, they kind of know what happened, what I went through. I would say take the leap. If you're on the fence, just do it, go for it. Yeah, that's all I got. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Okay, sorry, I'm not totally done. I forgot to mention one thing. If it wasn't obvious already, if you look at my videos when I landed here, I actually look healthy, like my face doesn't look like a skeleton. Yeah, it's hard to maintain weight here. I've lost a lot of weight, and mostly my face. I don't like the way that my face looks, honestly. It looks unhealthy. I don't feel healthy, and so those are also, obviously health is important, so health is like a major reason why I'm getting out of China. Food is iffy, and maintaining enough protein in your diet to keep your energy levels up is difficult, at least for me. So that's a big one. I didn't want to leave that one out, because that is obviously a very big factor of why I'm also getting out of China. So that's it, guys. All right, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.